More vitamin D from Dr. Hollick. On page 34 he writes about the basic functionality of how vitamin D is produced. Your skin is exposed to UVB radiation, and then the production of vitamin D begins. So either the UVB comes from the sun, or it comes from the tanning bed or something like that. Otherwise, you can also get vitamin D from your diet. When it enters your body, it is then goes into the liver, where it can be stored to be used later by the body, and then it goes to the kidneys, where the kidneys produce an active form of vitamin D. And this active form of vitamin D was earlier thought that it was only the kidneys that could produce this active form. But actually our brains, our skin and our lungs can also produce, and other parts of the body can produce this active vitamin D. And the vitamin D regulates all these basic functions in the body, and it's quite important in regards of not getting cancer and stuff like that, and other autoimmune diseases. So the thing is that when the active vitamin D goes into a cell to regulate, for example, if you have a skin disease, so it regulates the growth of the skin disease, and then to not go back into the bloodstream, the active vitamin D destroys itself. Because if you get too much active vitamin D in the bloodstream, it will become toxic. So it's quite important that you have the right levels of active vitamin D in the blood. That's why there is a difference between the active vitamin D and the vitamin D that is stored in the liver and other tissues. Because in the liver, it can just rise. It can also be toxic at some point, but you can't get an overdose of vitamin D from the sun or a tanning bed. It's only if you ingest 50,000 EU a day for multiple months, then you may get a vitamin D toxic situation in your body. But otherwise, just pump up the vitamin D and you'll just feel amazing. And if you pump up your vitamin D and change your lifestyle to a vegan lifestyle with high carbs, and you get your sleep and you get your water, you'll just, many diseases are associated to bad lifestyles. So also, for example, if you're depressive or other things, then it's the way to go if you're able to, or ask somebody to help you at least.